Yo, YouTube, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Sonny Winters here, we're stuck in the system. We are Flatbush, Sonny Winters TV. You already know the collab, you already know how it's going down. It's Friday, Cinco de Mayo. You know what I'm saying? Like my bro said, we here talking about the malarkey and the foolishness that goes on in this world. We want people to be alert. Definitely want to say, first and foremost, parental discretion is advised. You know what I'm saying? What up, bro?
Salute, man. Salute to all the real rights, man. I was just in the background. I was listening to what you saying, man. That parental guidance, man. You definitely got to put that in there.
Viewer discretion is advised. You know, this is that type of show. This is that type of content. This is that type of thing. What's good though, bro?
Chilling, man. It's been one hell of a week, man. It's a lot of things going on in the personal life and all that, but all good things. But sometimes you need to go through some trials and tribulations to really feel the appreciation of something. So I'm going through that phase right now. I'm just appreciative of the trials and tribulations I went through, and they could have been a lot worse. You know what I'm saying?
You know, all that is lessons always though. You know how that go.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact.
It's like the more we ask for, the more we obtain, the more of those lessons we get.
Now that's why you got to be careful what you ask for, because you ask, you shall receive. Once you put that energy out there into the universe, man, you'll be surprised, man. You'll definitely get what you ask for. That's why it's very important that you know you got to be on point and really know what you're getting yourself into.
So what been going on? What been going on this week? Man, what you been seeing in the airwaves?
Well, I know these police are getting real aggressive. I know that they getting real. They turning it back into the early '90s, and I've been saying this shit for a minute, man. They gonna get trained. They gonna get the good old hazement treatment, and they gonna evolve and morph into douchebags. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they pretty much they doing. They turned them into um, official douchebags.
Let me ask you a question though. Um, how much of that you think is attributed to the violence that goes on too?
But if we're gonna go down to the nitty gritty and get to the root of the problem, what happened during the pandemic when they was pitching all this shit through the algorithm with the shits? You know what I'm saying? Like they had no.
I'm saying though, we gotta take it step by step though, bro. We can't just, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody said, all right, who slapped who first? And we stick on who slapped who first and go right to why they made them slap it and why they made the police situation is up. I'm just asking that question. Has crime been down when police situations wasn't up?
So I noticed, like, right before the pandemic, like, yo, things were smooth. Like, crime was real low. Like, everybody had their groove. Like, everybody was in like a know of the program. Like, everybody had this kind of like in pilot mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, things were going real nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had a room for opportunity as long as you put the work in. And then after that, you know what I'm saying? This pandemic thing, this kind of like it reset the whole program, bro. Like,
So so I'm laughing because you just like threw your own alley oop off the backboard because you want to go ahead, you want to segue into the algorithm thing for 2020. So go ahead, go ahead.
nah, so they knew what they were doing, because at the end of the day, if they really want to change and they really cared about the youth, that would have been if you care about the future, you care about the youth. And in order to change the future, you got to change the youth. So either for the good or the bad. You know what I'm saying? So it just seems like there was careless actions and a lot of neglect when it came to the possibilities of the underprivileged youth first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? And with that, it's like it's an insurance policy, whether it's good or bad, and shit happens. It's always going to benefit them. But I know, you know, seeing firsthand through the algorithms that they wasn't pitching what they supposed to. You know what I'm saying? They even did a study. If you want to go into that, China,
what you mean? What they're supposed to pitch?
like in China, they don't pitch anything that would alter your mind or change your way of thinking into a way of you know putting things into effect to harm other people. They're all about, they're pitching to their kids, how to be a doctor, how to be a scientist, how to do this, how to do that, because they know that what's being fed to them is going to feed their brain, and that's what they're going to turn into. So they got that shit under a strict cap. You know what I'm saying? Because they know the influence. You muted. You mute.
Yo, J.E. Black Cuddy, what up? I mean, all right, so here we are, right? Algorithm 2020, whatever we want to put it on.
It was a baby. It was a baby still.
Shit got out of control. Streets is wild and crime is up. There's never been a time in history where power is relinquished. So, okay, cool. It lost the grip of things. You think the police not going to turn up? A lot of these videos that I see with the police wilding the way they be wilding, yo, dog, they be looking like they 22 and like grew up, you know what I'm saying, a 3-story house somewhere in Long Island or something, you know what I mean?
That's another thing. They're not even from the community that they police, bro.
Right,
so they already got a stigma, bro. There's a stigma that sticks with them already, and they like, they treat you as if you're beneath them. So it's all automatically you can't win with that.
It's sometimes beneath, but I think a lot of times it'd be it's just a lack of communication.
Nah, that's indoctrination. That's something they look for, those kind of people to keep them. It's just like the Democratic Party looks for Democrats and future Democrats that have been raised by Democrats. Just like the police force looks for police officers that have been raised by the police force. You feel me? It's a culture, bro. That's middle class. That's a big chunk of middle class. And they're the ones that keep everything in check, man. They know what they're doing. They know that they can't trying to keep a certain cloth. Whether they look at it on a racial tip, because eventually that's how they're going to look at it. Because if they even try to look at it on a class tip, you know what I'm saying? You coming into this wrong. You feel me? Like you coming into this with everything on you is just bad.
But I guess my thing is though, bro, like a lot of videos I seen, they was wilding, super aggressive. But if they not aggressive in one of the most aggressive cities, now I'm not talking about them hands and all that. Dudes be having the hammers on them, bro. There be shootouts going on, dudes be and it be all this be going on. And then like the video I seen earlier, it's funny we talking about this. He jumped out. Police jumped out on dude he was recording. I guess I forgot the kid name, some little gang rapper dude or whatever. He jumped out on the police. If he didn't have the uniform on, bro, it looked like a jukes. It looked like the way what's up? Like the way he ran down, what's up? What's that in your pocket?
So back like when I was coming up, like I caught like a lot of old heads that was getting thrown on the walls in the 90s and all that. Motherfuckers know, you know what I'm saying? They was violating. So when we was coming up and we was getting pulled over because we the next in line, they knew we was gonna be the next ones. They would do extra dirty. You feel me? Like I'm talking about credit card swiping, pans and balls, pulling down your pants, fondling you, all kinds of wild, crazy shit, bro. Like I'm talking about, and ask yo, what you doing over here? All this and getting crazy and putting your face into the wall, like, oh, that's how they do, bro. And they're nice now compared to what the fuck they was doing to us when we was growing up, bro. They're actually nice now. That's considered, and you muted again too, but they're nice now.
I got cut right here in my head. I still got a scar. I got hit by police downtown. He was wilding, mad deep, Atlantic. You know what I'm saying? They tried to had us all down on our hands. You know what I'm saying? On our knees. My man had a cane. Snatched the cane from him. You know what I mean? Your leg hurt? Boom! Hit him with the cane. Everybody start laughing. Yo, shut up. Everybody shut up. Me, I'm still laughing. She was mad funny. And he was real close to me, like in proximity. So I got a good look at it. As the dude walked by, he just hit me with the walkie-talkie. I don't know what he hit me with. Bam, yo, my head hit the gate. I was probably like 16, bro. Probably maybe younger than that. Like probably like 16. Something like that. So they definitely been crazy for the longest.
Yeah, so what they're doing is pretty nice right now. I can't lie, man. They being real real cordial. Like, I mean, they all running down like as a gentleman's jokes. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I knew this was going to take place. I knew all this was going to happen, and the tactics was either going to be the same old ways, or it's just going to be a little bit more, you know, forceful in a
But what
sense of
can we
like
expect,
invading
bro?
your space.
These 19, 17, 19, 20-year-olds, they out here wilding, bro.
But that goes back to what they was learning when they was inside, when they was doing this 3-year lockdown bid, that they was downloading everything that the algorithm was feeding them. Like I
All
said
right,
before, man, the gun-demic is the new crack epidemic, bro.
all right. So I'm glad you said that. So now that the gun epidemic is the new crack epidemic, as law-abiding citizens and as somebody that wants law and order, you are now the mayor of the city. What do you do?
Starting with the youth, and then I'm gonna start with the youth that's already put into
I get
to
that.
the shits.
Now I'll tell you how you starting with the youth. The youth to get to the shits and how.
I'm going to the worst schools, the worst neighborhoods, and I'm trying to find some programs, some kind of detour, because whatever's coming up now is going, whatever's below them is going to follow behind them. So if you catch them now, you can get them in something. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's some kind of apprentice. I've been saying this about the unions, bro, because the unions, they only stick to Long Island too. So it's just like the police force, just in a different manner. You know what I'm saying? The first come, first serve, when it be sons and nephews and cousins and all that. So if they was to take a school, right? Let's say the worst public school that was out here, and they say, yo, listen, we're gonna start training you to be an apprentice for whatever union you think you might be capable of doing, right? What you do is you pretty much start introducing all that, and then you start introducing the fact that, yo, this is what you're gonna start now, and this is what your pay is gonna be in this amount of time. And when you look at it, bro, if you even did that to one class mate, I mean, one student for every class, yo, bro, you could change wherever they live at.
So look, do me the solid then, bro. You the mayor of the city. Just make me what they call it, the commissioner.
You got it. Huh? I mean, I'm a
Because me,
convicted.
I'm flying heads, bro. While you just said that beautiful, eloquent plan that you just had.
See, you can't swing the axe all the time, bro. Everything doesn't go for an axe, bro.
Nah, I get it. But while you doing that, people getting shot, bro. I get what you're doing. You working on the seeds and you know what I mean, the future and all that. You working on what's to come. But you can't have dudes running lawless and then we're gonna go to the elementary school and focus on that. You gotta swing the axe.
Not the elementary, because that's around the age that they are now. Like, you would try to get them into an apprentice program like around this age, 17, 18, 19. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would try to get them.
What about the ones that's already ganging? That's like, yo, fuck your program. We're not going to no program.
Yo, I could
program.
If you was to show a stub from a journeyman, even on the lowest scale of the union, whatever one gets paid the lowest, I don't know, I don't keep up with the numbers, but even if you was only getting 37, 35, add that shit up for the rest of the week, bro. That shit is life-changing, bro. You ain't got to get out here. You ain't got to pretend. You ain't got to get mixy. You ain't got to get no time up. Yo, you ain't got to go in the system.
What, $35 an hour?
35 an hour, bro. That's probably the lowest a New York City union member make, bro. On an apprenticeship, you start with 25. When I started an apprentice, I started at 25, you heard? And every year I went up 25% of that. You feel me? So if you do the math on that, bro, and I got that from standing on the line, just hearing that shit from the whim. Yo, they having a union apprenticeship program. Yo, word, where that's at? Oh, word. Drive right over there, park my shit up, and stand overnight.
$7,000 a year.
Yeah, do the math, bro. And that's one of the low pay scales on a union tip. Like, that's like 78, 79 union kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But that beats anything else that's happening with annuity, with 401, with vacation, with all that shit, bro.
That's $1,400 a week, $5,600 a month, $67,000 a year before taxes.
And overtime, you get 2 hours. Come on,
let me ask you a question. What about how you feel about the military?
Man, I can't really touch on that, man, because My outlook on that is something different, man. The way that we're headed when it comes to deboing stuff and doing underhanded shit as far as the American way. I don't get down with that shit. I'm not for oppression, bro. And it seems like everywhere we go, we fucking create demise, bro. I'm not for that, bro.
What about the fact that I'm just thinking about the fact that I see a lot of cats that have like that energy, that vigor. They might not have that entrepreneurial spirit. They might not have certain other components in place to do certain things in life, but even the patience or the discipline for that. But
Well, you gotta if you think about it that way too, you could change a class of people and the ideology through the military too, because the military has a big influence too. That's why they're real safeguard on who they let in and who they don't. You know what I'm saying? Because that's they got to be vetted on that too, because they know that somebody comes in and starts whispering, yo, we ain't gotta take this, or yo, this is wrong, or da da da. You know, that gets spooky. You know what I'm saying? That gets crazy.
So the military ain't necessary either?
What do you mean? The military for us?
For anybody with a country, with a flag.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? The military is first and foremost. After you have ownership of something.
You just don't like the way it's run.
I just don't believe in the directions of where they head and what's behind their intentions.
I just be feeling like, man, a lot of cats would do better off going to the military than going to prison.
No, without a doubt. I mean, I'd rather do that, but then I don't know. That's kind of how you sell your soul to a piece in a sense too. You know what I'm saying?
Dudes are selling their soul to a drugs, bro. Dudes are selling their soul for coke. Dudes are selling their soul for whatever, pimping, hoeing. There's a bunch of shit going on. People selling their soul for. So now you selling your soul, and after 4 years, you can come out and not sell your soul, have some benefits, have a piece of a wherewithal, a peace of mind frame, and say, you know what? Let me go get this journeyman job. I'm now only 22 years old. I'm not pro-military or pro-fuckeries. I'm just, looking at this shit objectively.
Well, honestly, to be honest with you, bro, I wouldn't want to join the military here unless I was going for like the Rangers or some like Navy SEAL shit. Because you seen that Marine that just put that kid
you ain't ready for no Navy SEAL training, bro. How you gonna say some Navy SEAL shit like that's a cakewalk? You think you ready for that, bro?
Honestly, my life has been through some shit where I feel like I can achieve anything that I put my mind to, bro.
That's real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I watched some Navy SEAL training, some sniper trainings. I used to always watch them joints, man. Them joints is shit's ill, bro. They be having to swim underwater, come back up, get a bag, take the ratchets back down 100 feet, go through a tunnel. It should be real with them dudes. Salute to them dudes that could do it.
No, there's no easy feat, man. That's definitely no easy feat. But if you want to see what you made of, man, definitely just let you know real quick where you at in life. You heard?
Yeah.
And your capabilities as a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I say that, right, because look at this Marine that just choked out this dude on the subway, man.
Speaking of the military.
Yeah, speaking about the military, right? He was supposed to be a trained Marine that did some time, and he was around the same age as you talking about. The only thing is,
I'm about to say, the age matters, because to me the age matters in this because he's not like an old Marine that's fresh, like that was a long way from training. He's fresh out of training.
I think he's a veteran, bro. I think he did a tour or something like that. If he went in as 18, 19, and he's 22, so that's about 5 years, no?
That's what I'm saying. So he's a veteran, whether he went to war or not. He's not a combat veteran. He's still a veteran.
No, of course not. Yeah, that plays a big role in everything that happened too. But at the same time,
his training is fresh on top. Is my point.
5 years is fresh.
It's fresher than to me. Hell yeah! At that age, at that time frame, you training in the military. So if he got out at 24 for the last 4 years, you know what I'm saying? He been cleaning a pistol every day, shooting, having cognitive reflexes and shit like that. Like he knew. That's what I'm saying. Like we were saying earlier. For me personally, right? You said you put dudes to sleep before. I never put nobody to sleep before in the chokehold shit. Well, I look at it like I look at the basics. Like if I choke somebody out, I'm trying to put you down in a position where if you still want to get some, I'm gonna fuck you up, right? In this stop right here, but you gonna hold your breath. You're not gonna be able to breathe, right? But I'm thinking the 2 minute mark always 1 minute.
That's
30
too long.
seconds.
That's too long. That's too long. That's too long. That's too long. That's way too long. Anything more than 15 seconds, bro, 10 seconds it takes to put somebody to sleep, bro.
So
Real
now,
talk. Real talk.
right, so that's my point though. Without even the science to it, let's not even get into the science to it. The naked mind that don't know because nobody's thinking about all that when it happens, right? So now I'm wrong. I'm off. I don't know. We're talking about somebody that trains, that knows. So I think he knew the 15 seconds. If I'm saying 2 minutes, he probably knew 15 seconds. However, you think he did it on purpose?
Yo, listen, if you're not trying to catch a body and you're doing something like that with the intent alone, bro, with the intent alone, if you're not, it's a feeling that you get when you put somebody to sleep, bro. You feel how they go to sleep, bro. All muscle tension, everything. You got complete control. It's like having a gazelle in a panther's mouth. You heard? That shit is gonna go wherever you want it to. You heard? It's done. You know,
you gotta have one arm up, though. I thought to put somebody to sleep.
All you gotta do, yo, listen. When I was younger, in the group home, coming up in the hood and the bush and all that, we used to put the knockout game. You heard? Not the what you call it. We used to put each other to sleep and all that. You heard? Like there's a way that you hold your neck. You put enough pressure, not too much pressure, just enough pressure, just like that.
It's on the sides.
And we used to catch each other. You heard? Once you out, bro, you out, bro. You got complete control of the situation. And then, we took that on jixes and all that, snatching up and putting them to sleep, put them down nice. I remember shout out to Henry and Harry on 34th and J, you heard? I think Harry and Harry, the two Puerto Rican brothers, bro. One of the brothers put me to sleep and I fell on my face, you heard? Put me out, dropped me, boom. Had my whole shit swollen for like a month.
How long would you say they had you in that chokehold for?
It's quick, like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, bro. It was quick. Once you get under there, like it was so unexpected. Like I was off guard. I had to be like 12, bro. He was a little bit older than me, you know what I'm saying? But once he got me, he put me out. It was like 5 seconds. Once you get up under there and you score, just all you need is a little bit of pressure, bro. Just a little bit, and it's
he had him stretched out.
Yo,
Yo, Bugs, what up? I didn't even see my
all three of them did that shit together, man. For them, out of all three of them, and nobody said, "Yo, something's not right."
Nah,
he's not really wailing like that, bro.
Nah, one of the dudes said, I think one of the dudes that was there, his wife or something was in the military. He told him long before, he was like, "Yo, chill, son gonna go out," and sure enough, son was out.
Yeah, no, I don't take that long, bro. And then once that happens, once you take that pressure off the artery, bro, you come back too, bro. You going?
So you think he should be definitely charged at the least?
Yeah, that was malicious, bro. And for you to be a trained Marine, whether you was under the influence or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm giving an excuse, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you had training, and I don't believe did he see combat? Did he have PTSD? Because I mean, I'm pretty sure that. So that doesn't even come into play. It's not like you was in fucking Vietnam in the fucking woods in the jungle having to fight fucking Vietnamese with no light and shit. It's not the same thing.
What is the definition of indictment?
Indictment?
Right? When you get indicted, let me read the court definition. You get indicted, an indictment, the grand jury trial is what?
So the grand jury, so you can either waive your grand jury or you can go to the grand jury. If you go to the grand jury, you're gonna sit in front of the jury. You're gonna give your story, and then if they feeling what you're saying and they believe you, then they're gonna drop the charges and you're gonna walk out. Right. But if that doesn't happen, then you get indicted. Right? They could do that either whether you go in front of them or whether or not you waive your grand jury. They're gonna indict you because there's nobody else telling a story, and obviously it's pretty damning evidence. So you're gonna get indicted. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna put a warrant out. They're gonna get you.
Hold on, let me read the whole thing because you telling the whole process right here. Just the indictment. Because I'm saying, should he be indicted? The grand jury decides whether there is just legal sufficient evidence of a crime, and whether there is a reasonable cause to believe that the accused person committed said crime. So, at the very least, this guy should be indicted. People think indictment is something bad and you got convicted. No. That just decides whether there's legal, sufficient evidence of a crime. And
you can indict a ham sandwich, bro. Come on.
so my lawyer used to always say that's why people used to always. I wasn't allowed to take the stand for my case. He wouldn't let me do that indictment grand jury. There's no way I'm putting you in front of nobody on no grand jury. They're gonna look at you.
A lot of that be bullshit. I've been with a lot of dudes that went in front of the grand jury and walked out, bro. Real talk. I done been in the bookends and I done been on the island and I done seen dudes go to the grand jury.
I had a paid lawyer. Actually, my lawyer was Anthony Rico. They did the Yusef Hawkins. No, not Yusef Hawkins. The dude from the Crown Heights riots and Yusef Ramsey from the First World Trade and shit. Where Rico and Villanueva was the law firm. They were solid, but he used to always say that, getting that a ham sandwich or some law school terms or something like that. I bullied the dude in my hood and he was scared of me. He got me in that hole and put me to sleep. No cap. I respect him after that. Yeah. That sleep. I went to sleep one time, but it wasn't for nobody putting me to sleep like that. I got extremely roasted. I don't know what happened. I think I smoked too much. I was young. And my son was, yo, son, breathe in and out 20 times.
You know, hold your chest?
Yo, yeah, I did it. Lamont. I did it shit. He's like, boom. He's like, stop. And I was like, I couldn't stop. It hit me in my chest. Next thing I know, I woke up just holding the back of my head. I was tight. My heart was blown up. All of them was everybody like walking down the block. Everybody's looking like, yo, son, come back, son, you good. I just remember everybody like, nah, man, I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. I'll see y'all at the park tomorrow. Word. It was, you could put to sleep. At least, somebody got you and put you down. But my situation, I hit the floor from, I don't even know what that was. Hyperventilation or some shit.
Yeah, I remember that technique too, man. They was trying that shit.
So you think this dude, can they pick it back up still once they let you go? That's not double jeopardy, right? Double jeopardy is when you was tried and you can't be tried again, correct?
Yeah, double jeopardy is when they try to get you for the same charge. Like they try to try you twice. They can't do that.
Yo, Boogs, you was ever in Fishkill? I talking about Fishkill the other day. I don't think this nigga was in Fishkill.
Good old Fishkill.
This dude sound like he was in Fishkill was a max or medium?
Medium Bang. A lot of lifers. They had a lot of lifers. I was there with the old man Hudson. He was one of the oldest inmates in New York State. They let him go though. He got paroled. He had like a 61 number or 62 number or some shit. Damn. This was back in like 2007, I think he got released.
Damn, 2000 shit. What else going on this week? Dude got choked out.
Yeah, that was the only real thing that I seen this week. Everything else is, the dollar, the inflation of the dollar, and then the dollar dropping and all that.
Well, yeah, the dollar's going down, Jack. I mean, I don't know what we could do. Crypto, so it's a couple of ways we could go with it, but
silver and gold. Get your silver and gold, and other things. Brass, a lot of food and water and shit, all that good stuff.
Fuck, man, it's time we about to be dealing with shillings and walking around. Motherfuckers gonna be walking around a little satchel with little gold coins in it, flipping coins for a whole grocery bag. Yo, it's about to get real.
I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better.
No, that's a fact. That's what I'm saying. So you talking about the police is wilding, but you expect the police not to wild out, and dudes is wilding. See what I'm saying? You got dudes.
Sometimes if you don't want more fire, you can't fight fire with fire, bro.
Nah, you can't do that, bro. You want New York will go down, bro. You can't bow down and say, "Oh, the police gonna be aggressive." Like, I'm not team police, but you said you was mayor, you said you would be working on programs. That's why I said make me police commissioner, and we gonna go to war with the streets. They gonna go to war with the streets every time. You cannot like, oh, we're gonna let these guys rock out.
There's a way you can diffuse this, though. You can diffuse this. There's a way, bro.
I took a de-escalation course the other day, right? Because I was going back and forth with Popeye over the China Mac shit. Pop got into it with China Mac, and I'm like, damn, bro. They both kind of threw a little water on it, but I figured let me be the change. Let me make the change I want to see. I took a little online de-escalation course, and it says when people are angry, anger is unmet needs. You know what I'm saying? And then that shit turns into rage. And then when rage comes in, it's usually verbal threats, and then physical threats follow. Then it was like another level or whatever. I forgot now. It was like a week ago, but I was really stuck on that part. So what do we do? It's rage in the street. The youth is angry. Not even the youth. The city is mod right now. It's not even. I ain't just put this on the youth, bro.
You know why? You know why I say what I say, because I know they can do it. Because when we was wilding on the island, when I was on the island, they was what we was wilding. We was wilding in the 4 building.
But hold up. You said who can do it though? I just want to be clear.
The system, the government can do this. The city in itself, whoever it is that's in charge of the programs and the funding and the grants and all, and doing all this shit, those people, they can change this shit. I'm telling you, because when I was on the island, we was wilding. I'm talking about the island on the 4 building, and this is 06, summer 06, the heat wave. We're wilding. We're out of control. ESU was in the building every single day. They came down and they came to our house and they sat down. They got behind the motherfucking round table. They put the goddamn books on there and paperwork and all this. And they asked us, yo, what can we do to make the situation better? We wanted ice. We wanted more commissary because they were saying that the commissary went bad. Yo, we got more time out ourselves. And
not to cut you off though. So ice, you say ice first. Ice was important at that time. Sound like.
Yo, bro, the walls are sweating, bro. I was laying on my mattress, bro. And if you move just a little bit, bro, it felt like you just got out the shower and all the water fell to the bed, bro. And it was just wet. It was so bad. The walls was sweating, bro. I'm talking about I was in my boxes, bro. And just a little bit of movement, bro. All the sweat is coming off my body, bro.
What about where are they gonna get the ice from? They got ice machines.
They got ice machines. They can go to motherfucking to Cadre. I mean to the CO's whatchamacallit, and they got ice in the whatchamacallit for us. We were supposed to, you know what I'm saying? They got to bring that ice there. We got to keep on filling up the ice. Keep on bringing that shit. It was so hot, yo, bro. It was so hot.
So you saying your books what up? So you saying they was wild on the island at that time? You saying that the system came in actually spoke.
The commissioners of Department of Corrections for New York City, bro, Rikers Island, came down and sat in the house and said, yo, what can we do for y'all to stop wilding? What the fuck is going on?
That's different though, son. You can do that in the system because
it's not different. It's not different. You can do the same shit outside.
No, but where you gonna have 55 dudes sitting in their bed in their boxes with their undivided attention? He talking about early 2000s, bro. You was up tizzy.
06. This is 06 in a 4 building, 4 upper.
Exactly. But yo, Boog, I was gonna ask you if you was in Fishkill, bro. I don't think you was in Fishkill. I know you one of them Auburn fucking
out west. You get that lottery, you going out west.
What's that? The lottery?
Yeah, you get the lottery wherever you at downstate.
But the difference is though, it's easier for the commissioner to walk into a dorm and speak to like.
No, this is what they're doing. This is cell. This is so
cell block, whatever you want to say. This dudes is here. They can't walk up on a corner in Brownsville. Can't walk up on a corner in Flatbush. They can't walk up on a corner in Harlem and just get 50 dudes with their guns and say, "Yo, what can we do to help y'all out here?" It's a little different. I get what you're saying. They possibly can, and I'm just playing devil's advocate but you can't. NYPD can't turn down aggression, bro. They turn down aggression, that's not going to do nothing but beget more violence, bro.
So they should have tried to diffuse the aggression before it even got here by putting in the programs that needed to be put into effect before this shit even got the way it got. Because anybody who has kids, bro, you're thinking on a 15 to 30 minute intervals. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking about the influence that could possibly take place in that child's life within that with that 15 to 30 minutes, wherever they may go, right? That's what you always going to be concerned about, the influence and safety, right? So you're telling me we didn't worry about a generation that was sitting down for 3 years collecting all the data of fuckery and being fed the same shit, bro? That seems like they invested in that shit. and didn't invest in what needed to be invested in to change the narrative and change the
Everybody,
situation.
everybody sat down, bro. We all had to sit down. So you
We were
tell me,
doing nothing. In a bid, all
so
you do is think. I was thinking about
I
all this shit
get
when
it.
it happened. I was
I
thinking
get
about
it.
all this shit.
I get it. So now you saying a couple of million 13-year-olds that are now 16, they're wilding to the point that they had to sit down. We all had to sit down. They had to sit down. Somebody was sitting down feeding their little badasses.
No, but they got something that's influencing them, indoctrinating them. You got to remember them algorithms is aunties and uncles, mommies and poppies, good cousins and bad cousins. You got to remember that shit is everything. That shit is every influence, whatever the algorithm feeds them. And it was just a baby then. You got to remember that shit grew with them and got to know them. That's not something that just switches up. Your algorithm just shut off every fucking 30 days and you get a new algorithm. That shit sticks with you and learns with you. So that data can be kicked back. So they knew what they was doing. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't be doing what they do in motherfucking China, man. They make sure that they hinder and corral all that shit and put up blockers so that shit doesn't influence or indoctrinate their society. So why we ain't do that here? Because crime pays, bro. You gotta remember that was an investment for them. They invested into that because now look how much it's gonna profit and how many people are gonna be have job security to keep this machine going, and these youth is gonna be stuck in the system. I'm telling you, they're gonna be fucked up. And I tell you this now, they're gonna be mad at us because we the ones that's not doing nothing. It's like, yo, how you let this shit happen to us? I know that's what they're probably gonna say when they older. Like, yo, how you let this shit happen? How you ain't try to stop that, or why you ain't say something? Because anybody who knows what knows, you know what I'm saying? It would be a sin not to say something.
Yeah, this is ugly, bro. I'm telling you, it looked like they literally ran down on boy who was doing the jokes, yo. I want to see if I can pull it up. Actually, let me do that.
And then, yo, you know what's crazy too? Because the trainings that they giving those young officers, that the ones that are like want to be gangsters, or the ones that's feeling themselves and they got that oomph, you know, they've been turned on by the old heads that trained them. Like there's a lot of detectives that are old that was right before they was retiring, or they might have came back and got some extra funds for orientation or some kind of seminar. You know what I'm saying? That's how they transfer funds around too. You feel me? So you got to remember they gonna get that old knowledge and they gonna find a new ways to create intimidation tactics, and they gonna go with the times. These kids is a little bit more. You got to be a little bit more up close and personal with them, bro. They need that because they've been behind that tablet. They don't really. You got to really be in a. But then you also teaching them how to do that shit. So once they come numb to you doing that shit and nothing happens, that's gonna be something that they start enacting out if they got to take care of something or get something done because you showing them that's how you do it.
I'm trying to see. Yo, it's crazy because hold on. It's crazy because as I pull this shit up to look for it, as I pull this shit up, well, let me share screen real quick. As I pull it up to look for these video, right?
Mm-hmm.
All I see is the where we at?
Yeah, the rundowns are serious. You would have think you was getting robbed, bro.
Look. So now this is going on. Police go start trying to get community problems. Well, hey, what can we do for you? That's what's like I don't know.
So what was that scenario? That was just some young boys beating up an old timer?
I'm looking for the cops right now, but this is what's going on. That's in the Bronx. That's what's going on though. What do we say for that? We like to say, yo, fuck the police, but I got uncles out here. I got people out here paying taxes, bro. Nobody trying to get run down because you ain't got it, you ain't doing nothing to get it. I understand. I was on the other side, filming the rabbit got the gun. I get it. I feel like, especially more, it's like a lot of preying on. Yeah, look, certain stuff is foul with the police. I'm not defending the police by far, but when dudes is wilding and everybody say the police is buns They soft. They this, they that. If you know that, what do we expect them to do? Okay, go ahead with the chokehold right here. Actually, here go the chokehold right here. Trying to find this cop, man. How he ran down on son. Son played him. Son
I seen it too. I know what you're talking about. He's young too, and he looked like he knew what he was doing, man. He looked like he been on the other side of the fence before.
So what we got going on here?
Yo, so you see what's happening right here. This whole thing with the hand, man, he's not resisting, man. You can tell, like all three of them should be charged, word, because they all some way somehow hindered him from even trying to. And I get it, they're gonna use the whole we had to restrain him and all that. He was under the influence or whatever the case may be, blah blah blah. But there has to be some kind of what's the word I'm looking for, man? You gotta have some kind of self-control, man. That's
some type of chill button. But is it criminal? Is it criminal not to have self-control in the moment? Because people do black, you know what I'm saying? There's been people known to beat domestic violence charges based off of that. That's why I say we gotta watch what we do and ask for, because brothers that be and sisters even that, you know what I'm saying, that be doing, some defending themselves against a dude that was, doing something that they take their life and then they get charged, and the dude was trying to rape them or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean,
you the mayor, bro. You the mayor. What do we do? How do we put the law into effect? Like, what's the recourse here behind it?
I don't know, man. I think a lot of things come into consideration. The fact that he had training before, that he's a Marine vet. I know for a fact they teach you hand-to-hand combat. Marines are fucking crayon eaters, bro. That's all they do, bro. That's what they're there for. They'll go make shit happen and take shit down. But at the same time, you gotta have some kind of like self-control and some fucking sense. You know what I mean? And if you would have had a training, whether you saw combat or not, even more so, you're supposed to have some chill. Where's the chill? 15 minutes on a chokeout, bro. That's overkill by fucking 14 minutes and 30 seconds, bro.
Yeah, that's definitely unfortunate, man. I just wonder if
and then you gotta think about too, does race come into play too, man? Because
I knew that was about to come next. I knew that
real talk, because if that was a person of color, bro, any shade darker than what the fuck he is.
Ace, I was talking to Ace earlier. Ace said the same shit. Ace was like, "Yo,
shit would have been a whole different scenario. You probably would never heard about the shit."
No, you heard about it. You heard about it.
Listen, it would have been taken down as another fight, bro. And that's all it would have been done. The only reason why he got the publicity.
Yeah, if he was black, he definitely got booked. But it's just without even adding that to it, it's messed up for what it is. I mean, I didn't realize that's why I kind of chilled. I was going to do some content on it when it first happened. I wanted to chill. I always like to chill out of respect for the life lost, the situation. You don't want to kind of speak on things prematurely, preemptively. So I didn't want to do that. I'm glad I didn't, because he was like an entertainer that was well loved. It seemed like he had a bad day, man. Gotta check on people, man. Check on people's mental health out here, man.
So I heard from somebody that knows him. I know a person that does the drums on the train and all that. I'm gonna have him on the show and all that, and we're gonna talk about it because they was close. Like, he knows him for years and all that. That's a different community. You know what I'm saying? So he knows. He had a drug habit where he was fucking with that K2. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying? So, they be bad batches, and you got to remember, if you ain't right and your mental health ain't right, and you're in a bad place on top of smoking K2, man, things is looking real, real sleek, man.
What K2 make you do? Like, what it make you feel like?
I done seen episodes, bro, where, and I get it. That's another thing too. If we gonna go into this route with the K2, you know what I'm saying? That shit makes people strong as shit, bro. You talking about I done seen dudes toss HCOs around over the phone. You heard? Oh, taking 8 of them again. He's still wilding. So, it definitely make you turn 7:30 real quick. But then once you start fucking with that shit, man, the lights is on, but nobody's home. You lose a piece of yourself every time, and every time you come back, you don't have the same amount as you had before. You know what I'm saying? The lights go dim after a while.
Dang, y'all be seeing them dudes tweaking out, man. It's definitely sad, man. We gotta start definitely getting back into. All right, we always, not always, but we was just talking about like the darker side of things. What you think the righteous people that's trying to do right and trying to hold their head in these crazy times, and what's the blueprint for that? What you think is the blueprint for that? For
manifestation, manifest, and just be positive about everything. You know what I'm saying? What you can't control, just let it be. Word, just let that shit, and just work on what you can for now. That's always been my thing. You know what I'm saying? It could always be a lot worse, but then for some people, they might not have ever seen the worst of the worst. You know what I'm saying? So their reference is different, but you just gotta have faith, man. You gotta believe in whatever creator or higher power that you have, and just manifest and just have faith.
Faith in the good, faith in the future, just faith in things as a whole.
Yeah, faith in reality, and how could I say this? Just faith. You know what I'm saying? Faith in that all things can change through you, and that you can manifest anything that you want if you have the pure righteous intentions. It all got to come from a righteous place.
Yeah, man. I mean, right.
So if you're not righteous, this shit ain't gonna work for you until you get your shit together. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
What else? What else, man? What else we got, man? Let me see. We had some there's something else this week that was that I had here and I meant to holler at you about. I've been kind of knee deep in some trainings. I've been looking at a lot of real estate, man, just trying to figure out this boat.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some land, man. I swear, man. I just want to get out of the city, man. I just want some land where I can put some houses and some cabins and have some dogs and have my own little solidification, man. I would make my life. I would be content. I want like 25 acres, you heard?
Yeah, 25 acres. You get busy with that. I know Trump was on trial for a rape.
Yeah, no, this, yeah, I heard about that, but it's like I knew that was coming. They had to put the nail in the coffin, man. Like I don't even think he's going to be able to run for the election and all that. Like it's looking real. And I seen the life was like kind of like gasped out of him on he did an interview on the Nelk Boys. Steve Will Do It.
Who?
Steve Will Do It. He's like a YouTuber where he drinks and he's like he's got mad money. He be giving money away and all that. He fucks with Trump hard body. He's got like the younger crowd for the Republicans and the conservatives to an extent. And then he's got a branch off. It's called Happy Dad and Nelk Boys. And they had an interview with him. They fuck with him. He bought him a Rolex and all that. But you could tell in the interview that Trump is not. He's not as confident as he used to be. Like it's not there like that. That fire he had before. That shit is very, very, very low, man. He's on the back burner or low.
Yeah, I seen some of these Biden stuff that be popping up on my algorithm is crazy. I got some Biden footage that's just crazy from the 70s, bro.
Oh, wait, he was doing all kinds of weird, wild shit.
Dog, talking about these people. We don't want these job busters playing basketball in the park.
But you do know that Democrats were once the slaveholders. You know what I'm saying? You do know that, right? They just pulled the with reverse psychology and did the sham shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's who they really are. You know what I'm saying? Back then, they really had to talk to their supporters. You know what I'm saying? They had to like and their funders. You know what I'm saying? So you got to remember, man. It's this shit is all backwards. That's why I said if If all the gangs said, yo, we not gangs no more, and we chose a political party, yo, that shit would uproar the system and throw a monkey wrench in this shit, something crazy. If all the gangs say, yo, we're not gonna claim no gang shit, we're gonna claim a political party. Woo! That would change the
That might
game.
just put that might just put that would change the game. That might just put only 1 million, 2 million people into the political arena that wasn't there before, but that 2 million can rock the boat crazy if it's all on the same, if it's on the same accord. But if they still pick their blue and yellow, their blue and red sides, it's gonna be right back to scratch and shit.
Anybody who been through the shits and has been oppressed by the system and really knows the system, man. I think a person that's been through something like that leans more towards the conservative Republican, or even like on an independent aspect, because there's a lot of things that in those parties that make sense, and some don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with everything on everything, but a lot of this shit, if you was to try to put all this shit into one and take the best out of all these parties, you could really make some shit happen. You just have to find our identity.
And right now, it seems like they got like, well, how many parties is it right now? 6, 7. It's like it's spread out even more, so it's not even like. I'm curious.
I think there's only 3: Independent, Democrat, and Republican, or maybe something else. But
yeah, it's wicked out here, bro. It's wicked out here. Yo, we're gonna spin the block on it, man. Chop it up again.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to come up on my shit too, man, and talk a little bit more. I just been dealing with the kids and just regular shit, man. Yeah, life shit.
Life be lifing.
And when I get my time, I'll jump on here. I'll talk my shit. I was supposed to go to that rally tonight. They had at Washington Square Park for the kid that just got choked out. I was gonna go over there and check that out.
Not going?
I don't know. I might pop out tomorrow. I know they're going to definitely be doing something tomorrow. I think they're doing something tomorrow in Brooklyn at Barclays at 6:00. So
let me know. I'll jump on with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to jump on that. See what's going on with that, because I don't know. I feel like this right here is it can do a lot of shifting of the thinking on a lot of levels. You know what I'm saying? For the better.
This ain't gonna shift nothing, bro. These dudes got into a squabble. Son got choked out. It was foul, but it's not gonna be. It's not. They're good if they really hype this up. Like, the dude lost his life. He needs to be charged. Case closed.
But you got to look at it from the mental health aspect too, because you got to remember he was on there doing what he's doing because of some sort of mental health issue, right? So he's been doing this for a while. He's a known character, and he's pretty much a fixture of the subway system. You feel me? Like, everybody knows, oh, you gonna run into this
dude. Different, no bigger. He's still.
It does, because at the end of the day, he exhibited mental health issues before, and nobody really did nothing because he put on an act in a show.
Let me ask you this: whose responsibility was it to do something?
Mental health. So with a person like that, if they're homeless and they're panhandling, but they're doing what they're doing, as far as like he was doing what he was doing, he had a talent to an extent, right? He was enacting to be somebody that was a celebrity. So I'm pretty sure that in order to do that down in the subway on a legal term, you have to have some kind of credentials or some kind of
answer the question: who's responsible for getting him his mental health thing?
The outreach program that deal with mental health. I know that they're there because.
But you can't just go up to people. I can't walk down the street because I work for that company and just tap you on your shoulder.
And this is where the discussion goes, where they're trying to get into admitting somebody against their free will. You know what I'm saying? So this kind of like,
you can't do that, bro.
They're trying to pass a bill right now where you could do that. You could pretty much admit somebody against their will. Like, it'll be a lot easier to commit somebody.
Stuff like this that will make them want to push that more, because now one of us is jammed up in this shit. Billy was riding his bike with his hat on backwards and was listening to just a beat with no music. He's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was shadow boxing in the park. He's crazy. He was seeing people.
Now you could say, yo, bro, you know who's crazy and who's not, bro.
You know who's crazy and who's not, but yo, as taxpayers, you want that? As a taxpayer, you want that? You want a team of people that just get paid to just walk through the subways and find all the vagrants and people talking to themselves.
This is why I want to go find me 25 acres or more and
Exactly.
build a cabin and do my own thing, man, because I don't believe in that shit either. But at the end of the day, if you're looking for a solution, man, you got to find a solution and you got to weigh your options. That's definitely one option.
Starts with what you're saying right there, bro. Everybody got to start with self and come up with a plan for self. In New York, man. We want to talk about another one, bro. Let's tap out. I'm gonna hit your line.
All right, copy.
All right, man. Peace.